Nigeria. I'm just saying, no thread, no gumdrops, no breadcrumbs. I am the choir preacher, but if this place exists and he's a part of it, you know we need to... Wait! Look! There in the sand! Well, God bless Satcom. What is it, man? Wow. Holy door in the floor. Slow, bud. There's no telling what's inside. Where is he? We lost him? Tell me we didn't lose him. Damn it, talk to me, boys. We're blind up here. Bastard ran some program, scrambled our cameras. All we can see is bats. Boys!
Car 27, sir. We think we're behind him.
You think?
We believe he went into the tunnel of 5th. We're pursuing en masse.
5th? Ha! Well, thank the lords of luck. If he's in that tunnel, we have him. Car 39 and company, you're all in place? Perfect, perfect! I got a box of M33 frags my daddy brought back from the service. Lemon candies. I can't wait to drop a piece of candy in the driver's seat of the car that freak drives. So, you see him?
Not yet, sir.
Ha! Get ready to walk the tunnel for him. I'll bet he took one look at you all and turned tail. I'm telling you, you play chicken with this department, you end up eating chicken
sir?
What? What is it? You see him?
Oh, we see him, sir.
And he sees you?
I would assume so, sir.
So he's slowing down?
He's speeding up, sir.
Should I prepare the static bond tires, sir?
Alfred, you have found your calling.
While I appreciate your
just embrace it. Car 39, do you copy? What is it? What's happening?
It's doing something, sir.
Doing something? Well, what the hell is it doing? It's just a car. Car 27, Valdez, talk to me. What is it doing?
Leaping, sir.
Leaping?
No, sir. Now it's clinging.
Clinging? Clinging to what? Clinging, leaping, what the hell else is it doing? Tell me it's not escaping. Boys! Unit 8, at least tell me that freak didn't leave the crime scene too disturbed. Gordon! Oh, it's disturbed, Commissioner. Believe me. But no visible evidence of tampering by the Batman. At first glance, it appears he was just here to look. Nothing more. Well, you keep looking too, Gordon. There has to be some sign of him there. Something we can use to track the shit down. Yeah, I'll make it a top priority, sir. Gordon, I'm... You ever break a bone, Harvey?
Sure.
First one I broke, I was 14 in Chicago, jumping a fence to get away from a truant officer. My femur. I'll never forget the pain. Can you imagine it? Every bone in your body breaking, growing, and twisting until you die like this?
I take it you don't think he did this, Lieutenant? The Bat?
Maybe, but what kind of murderer kills someone and then returns to the crime scene to check for clues?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe the kind crazy enough to dress up like a bat? I'm just saying. He comes to town, blacks out a few city blocks, then this Riddler shows up, blacks out the whole city. He starts dressing like Halloween, skeleton corpses start popping up. You know, if the papers were up and running, it's all they'd be saying.
And now you're actually making me grateful for the blackout, Officer Bullock. Look at that.
Look, maybe the Bat was here to clean up after himself. The one 2 days ago, that Dr. Culver, death by the same M.O., injected with bone juice right before his lab was torched. The Bat was there at that one, too. I mean, until he wasn't.
Until he wasn't. Right.
All I mean is, if it walks like a bat, talks like a bat, then hey.
Bats don't walk or talk, Detective. Now listen to me. A terrorist just crippled the city. The whole thing. From the looks of it, there's a major storm bearing down on the area. Renee. According to the pretty people on the news, old Renee could even be a superstorm. Meanwhile, Loeb has cops looking for a vigilante instead of protecting the peace, which means the city is a devil's playground right now. Blacked out, panicked, wild. So, anyone helping, and I mean anyone, lunatic or not, anyone providing a little light in the darkness, they get a pass. For now, at least, I'm concerned with the ones hurting people, like the madman injecting people with whatever the hell makes bones into beanstalks. Which brings us back to poor Dr. Podgy, speculative botanist, whatever that means, for Wayne Enterprises. We got any witnesses?
Just one.
No! No, this can't be happening. Dr. Isley, please, you can't be here.
Pamela Isley, research assistant. Seems more upset about losing the plants, honestly.
Touching. And she saw the killer? What is she saying?
Nothing, really. She says she saw someone she didn't recognize enter with a valid pass about an hour before the body was found.
I imagine a lot of unknown people come and go with valid passes at a facility this size. What made this person so special to Dr. Isley?
Well, it was dark, obviously, and she didn't get a good look, but she said he looked, skeletal.
Skeletal? Drinking his own moonshine, maybe, whoever he is. Well, one thing's for certain, Officer Bullock. This city is even stranger in the dark.
We're going to have to do something about them, sir. The bats. If you plan on putting expensive equipment down here, I can't keep cleaning. I've taken care of it, Alfred. Fair enough. That's the signal jammer, I take it? It is. When Nigma, or the Riddler as he's calling himself, caused the blackout, he did it by sending a calculated surge through a central hub of the grid beneath Midtown. The surge wrecked that whole section of the grid itself. Luckily, Gotham Light and Power is close to repairing it. Shouldn't be more than a couple days, hopefully before the storm hits. The thing is, I met Nigma. I know him. Or I've known men like him. This blackout, he posed it as a riddle to the city. He wants us to turn the power back on, so he can attack the grid again, in some new way, like pulling strings. Whatever he has planned, I imagine it'll involve another electrical attack of some kind. This jammer should be enough to block anything he plans on enacting. It's duplex, powerful, and it'll filter out anything it reads as a surge. I just need to finish it up and hide it in the hub. Can you toss me that shirt, Alfred? Of course, sir. My scar from the Ace Chemical fall healed better than I expected. First real kiss of Gotham. Yes, a first kiss. Alfred, what's wrong? What? Nothing, I'm sorry, sir. Here. And the murder investigation? The results of the blood samples from both victims are in, and what they tell me doesn't make sense. I've isolated a formula that must have been injected into them on site. Dr. Dale Podgy and Dr. Bill Kelver, both Wayne Enterprises researchers. The biochemistry is more advanced than anything I've encountered before. I'm not sure how it does it, but it forces the bones to grow out radically until the subject is practically ripped apart from the inside. But that's not the most interesting thing about it. I ran the formula through several databases, seeing who might have developed it. And it was us. Wayne Enterprises holds the patent on the closest thing to the formula. It was developed by a Dr. Carl Helfern. One of Philip's men. I can't tell. All record of him has been erased, but you can start to see a motive there if you squint long enough. A former Wayne scientist killing current Wayne scientists.
Hellfern could be the man behind all of this. I dug for any record in Gotham of bone-related research. All I could find was a trail of horrors. A string of illegal labs where lab animals were ripped apart by their own malformed skeletons. No one was ever arrested, but whoever's behind the incidents earned himself the nickname Dr. Death. Dr. Death? Pleasant. If Hellfern is this Dr. Death, how are you going to find him? I'm going to talk to the only man in Gotham who might know something about him. It seems you have everything covered, sir. Perhaps you should consider informing the police department. No. You seem determined to make them your enemy, Master Bruce. I gave them a fleet of dirigibles to spy on them. I don't trust them, Alfred. The force was full of corruption before the Red Hood gang infiltrated it. Even with the Red Hood gone now, who knows? To my mind, there isn't anyone on the force worth a damn.
Please, go on, Mr. Wayne.
Lieutenant Gordon, you surprised me. Is there something you need?
Need? Well, first I'd like to tell you that it's good to see you back in town, and tell you what a brave thing I think you did at Ace Chemical, standing up to the Red Hood gang like that. I think your parents...
Lieutenant, I'm in a bit of a rush, so if you'll excuse me...
Mr. Wayne... Bruce, listen, I know that what happened that night. I know you're angry with me for my part, but there are secrets about what really...
Your part? Lieutenant, I know all the things you thought no one would learn. The things you covered up. So don't ever talk to me about that night again, unless you're ready for some true ugliness.
Fine, but 2 of your scientists are dead, injected with some serum that made their damn bones grow out of their skin. There are bigger things at work here than you and me.
Like I said, I have to go.
Fine, Mr. Wayne. Just one question. What's down there?
Why do you ask?
I'm just curious about old houses. I can hear the generators. You keeping the house running from there?
We were just... Why don't you take a look? Go on. Sir, it's fine, Alfred. He wants to see. Let him.
All right.
You should get that looked at, Lieutenant Gordon. The generators for the grounds are too cumbersome to keep in the manor. We keep them in storage below. Only problem is, they attract bats. We were down there spraying. Now, I'm sure you have better places to be. I know I do. Gotham University, School of Engineering. Lucius Fox. Who's there? As I live and breathe. Bruce Wayne. I'm sorry I didn't come earlier, Mr. Fox. Please, it's Lucius. You look tired. Good and tired. But then you came back to a city about 5 minutes before it collapsed. It's been intense. This is where you work. Prototypical and applied engineering, plasma netting, vegetarian jet engines like that one. I started up here after your uncle fired me. It's, what it is. I know my father trusted you more than anyone at the company. He said you were the smartest man he ever met. I appreciate the praise, Bruce, but I assume you didn't come here on a dark and stormy night to stroke my old ego. I'm here about a scientist you hired. Hellfern. Yes. He was part of a group I brought in when your uncle first took over. There were 5 of them. Culver, Paggi, Brooker, Deeds, and him. Hellfern was the real genius of the bunch. He worked in nanomedicine, and he had a vision for a serum that would bond to the bone cellular matrix and make the fibers, reactive. Reactive? Treated bones would react to trauma by suddenly hardening at the point of impact, even growing new cells. The implications were tremendous. A soldier's skull protecting his brain from a bullet. But it was, Unstable, uncontrollable. Hellfern became even more so. What happened to him? Last I heard, he was working for various black boxes around the city, secret, privately funded, unregulated labs, still working on his serum. There is one other thing that's important to know about the serum, Bruce. It was my project as much as his! What did you... I'm sorry, Bruce, but he's coming. Dr. Death is coming, and you're not going to be able to stop him.
No one will, old friend, because, believe me when I say, this city's never seen anything like me, and I'm just getting started!
Copy. Dear, read me. Is anyone there? What happened? What was down there? Talk to me, damn it! What the hell is going on?
Bruce Wayne, you're under arrest.
It's the time for the truth. Why, Lucius? Why would you stab me with... Ah!
Carl, you don't have to... Carl, now there's a name I haven't heard in quite a while. You remember the start of it, old friend. We were all in the meeting room, the one with that wonderful view, the southern view to the bay. And you said to Mr. Kane, Carl is brilliant, yes, but he's reckless. Everything he injects dies. Lately, he doctors death and little else. The others, they just nodded these little nods. It was a Tuesday afternoon, I think. Not long before Christmas. I remember, because the bay, it was frozen this brilliant white. Carl, please, you have to listen to... You know, when you ask them, most people think the smallest bone in the body, it's the fingers or the toes. But the smallest, tiniest bone is in the ear, the stirrup bone. It's difficult to find, only 3 teensy millimeters long. But if you poke around, you can do it.
Ah! Get off him! Ah! Bruce, run! Get out of here!
Bruce Wayne.
Leave him alone! He's...
I don't know what you took, old friend, to counteract my serum, but I suppose we can do this the old-fashioned way. Come out, Mr. Wayne. I have a story to tell you. A story you'll want to hear. Mr. Wayne, you see, this story, it's about you, and something terrible that happened a long time ago. It's full of things you'd want to know. Whispers, lies, and truth. Truth about a spoiled little rich boy with blood on his hands.
Hey, Sawbones. What is it they say? Sticks and stones may break my bones. Or is it jet engines? I can never remember.
Ah!
Lucius! I'm alright. We need to get out of here. The fire. It's hot. Got it.
I'm sorry about the injection, Bruce. It was my own crude vaccine against Halfern's serum. When I heard about Podgy and the others, I knew it was only a matter of time before Halfern came for me. Then while we were talking, I saw the silent alarm go and...
Lucius, less talking, more hobbling.
Still, what I don't understand is why did he inject himself? And why isn't it killing him? His serum...
Exit, this way, through the west corridor. Lucius,
I've almost got it. There! Leaving so soon! No, you can't. Especially not you, Mr. Wayne. I've been waiting so long to meet you after all. You know, I've only seen you in pictures, but they were from long ago, when you were a child, practically. Now, you must be, what, 25? You know, that's the age your bones finish ossifying. Oh, those soft child bones, now fused and strong. Funny, though, if you know where to look, you can still find the soft spots, like seams in the skull. Where the bones knit itself together, the seams are still there, deep like stitches, waiting to be popped open. Step away from the billionaire and put your claws in the air. 3, 2... My God, is he... Bruce! Stay with me, Bruce! Bruce!
your father is on the phone. Go on. The soft death awaits. Speak with him one last time. Bruce. Please, Bruce. Talk to me. Bruce, are you there? Bruce? I'm awake, Alfred. Lucius? He's all right. Just down the hall. How long have I been? The better part of a day, sir. I have to go. Actually, sir, you have to rest. You have a linear cranial fracture. I need to finish the jammer, Alfred. The mayor and the police, they'll have the power ready to go in less than 24 hours. And the Riddler, if I don't jam whatever signal he's planning to use, he'll just cripple the city again with another blackout. And with death still on the loose. Master Bruce, your skull is broken. Think about that. You're lucky there was no hemorrhaging, but had that monster held your head even half a second longer, your skull would likely have been crushed. Crushed with pieces of bone piercing your brain. Do you understand, sir? I do. Did you bring a change for me? Alfred, my formal wear? My formal wear. I don't have time for this, Al. What the...
You and I are going to talk, Mr. Wayne.
If you've been waiting around for a thank you, I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed, Gordon. So you might as well go back to chasing Batman with Commissioner Loeb and company.
I could, because you're right. Even in the midst of a terrorist attack and a coming superstorm, all Loeb sees is Batman. A vigilante who's popular is an embarrassment to him. But I said it the other day. There are bigger things happening here than what's between you and me. Clearly, you're after Halfern. Well, so am I. Not the Force, not Loeb, me, Jim Gordon. Now, you might not like me, but we're on the same team. We're both trying to stop him from killing your people. And I'm telling you, we'll get this guy if we share information. But if you hide information, you're just getting in the way of things, and I can't allow that. We need to work together here, Mr. Wayne.
You know what? You're right. I don't like you. You know what I'd really like to know, though? Huh, Gordon? Where'd you get that trench coat you always wear?
What?
You heard me. Your coat. Where'd you get it? It's nice. Luxurious.
Mr. Wayne, I just came to talk.
You said it yourself, so let's talk. Let's talk about the day it happened. How about it, Gordon? You remember it? Because I do. You escorting me from the theater, playing truant officer. You and... who was it again? What was his name? Oh, right. Detective Dan Corrigan. Junior? You two drove me back to the station to wait for my parents, but along the way you kept making these stops. At the 5th or 6th one, a tailor shop, I'd become really curious, and I remember asking you, why do you keep stopping everywhere?
We're just checking in, Mr. Wayne. Every car has a neighborhood to protect, and this is ours. We like to stop and make sure everyone is safe.
I remember thinking how nice that was to hear, feeling this appreciation for what you did. For you yourself, Gordon. I remember this urge I had, wanting to give you something, some gift, or a thank you. And then, lo and behold, your partner Corrigan, he got back in the car and he had a gift for you. It was almost like I had conjured it up with my own mind. This beautiful trench coat. I remember pulling away and heading toward the station, and feeling good about things, feeling this strange sense of safety. The police were there to protect the people, and the people were grateful. What I didn't understand at the time was that the coat was just a damn payoff, like all the gifts. You weren't watching out for the people in that neighborhood. You were watching them suffer and die.
Mr. Wayne, I'd warn you that we all have things. Dark things that... Damn it, Wayne!
I remember all of that like it was yesterday, Gordon. Of course, what really sticks in my mind is what happened later that night. In that alley, behind the theater. And what I remember most vividly from that night is this view. You want to arrest me, but I'll never trust you. You're crooked. Your men are crooked, and you can rot in that coat of yours. Now give me my damn formal wear, Alfred.
Lieutenant? This just came into the station. It was addressed to the commissioner. I thought you should know. This is a copy.
Oh, no.
Sir, the readings I'm getting on the storm, Renee. The bay will be practically impassable by...
We're fine. I'm approaching the Newton Center. Hopefully Doctors Deeds and Brooker are as protective of their work as Kelver and Podgy were. If they're inside, I can get to them before Helfern does. They're the only ones left alive of the group he was hired with.
The door should be open when you arrive. While you're there, you might ask them to double-check your optimistic calculations about the bay. They are a weather center, after all.
In name, Philip used the academic research as a tax write-off, but at heart, the place is a strategic meteorological center, weaponizing weather, seeding clouds to storm for weeks, or atmospheric dispersants that negate clouds altogether, causing drought.
Weaponizing weather. Your uncle never...
Speak not ill of the dead, my friend. I'm in. Dr. Deeds.
Help us!
Sir...
I'm too late. They've already been injected. They're past help.
Speaking of which, hello there, Mr. Bat. How about you hold real still?
Jeez, what did he do to them?
Stay clear, everyone. He has a weapon. Repeat, he has a weapon. Prepare to fire.
Wait.
Not a chance, freak. He's drawing. Open fire! Tokyo, 1946. You are far from me tonight, my dear, in fearful parts. But be brave for me tonight, my dear, because every heart that cares for you tonight, my dear, shines down on you in the light of the pale, pale moon. Watching over you tonight, my dear, in the light of the pale, pale moon. Gotham City, 6 years ago. Keep firing and feel free to go for his head! Ugh! Nice try, freak, but we were warned about your tactics. We came prepared. See? Masks, boys!
Cave! Cave, are you there? Sir, impossible. Damn it! Come in! Cave, I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm going high. I'll be...
Now, when he tries for the rafters with that yo-yo gun of his, you shoot him right out of the sky! Eyes high, fellas! Eyes high!
Cave, damn it! Someone set me up! The police! They're on to every... I hear him, sir. He's close. My position is by the... Ah! Cave! Do you copy? Cave! The boat! He's going for the boat, Commissioner!
The boat, eh? Hey, Batman, if you're listening, I have a question for you. How do you like the candy I left you?
Soon as the smoke clears, open fire. That's it. Drive him right back into the maw.
And you're back! You want to go down with your victims, is that it? Your bones, their bones.
We don't see him, sir, but he has to be somewhere
I heard a splash. This way, this way. In the diving pool. There. All right, fellas. If he dares to come up for air, you boys make him real porous. He's got nowhere to go.
Cave! Cave, if you can hear me.
Batman! Stop what you're doing and get in the boat.
Cave! Come in! Cave!
It's a mile to shore. They'll find you before you make it a quarter of that distance.
Damn it! He's not here!
Comb the river! Comb it, now! Your call. You ought to take that mask off before it burns your eye out. All right, here. Look at the prescription. I'm practically blind without them. Keep them. But be my eyes while I drive this thing through the storm, or we both end up wet and dead.
The police, how did they know I'd be there?
The Riddler. He sent the department a note about you. Said you were allies up until recently, but now he'd had enough of you. He told us where you'd show up, how you'd act, gave Loeb the excuse he wanted to declare full-on war on you.
Then why help me?
I don't know. Restore balance to the universe, maybe? After all, you saved my life at Ace Chemical, knocked me out of the way of that beam.
I would have saved anyone. Believe me, it wasn't personal.
Ha! That's my point. Not many people in this city work that way. And I think we can help each other.
Why? Why should I listen to you?
Because of Bruce Wayne.
What?
Wayne's coming back to Gotham. It started something for me. See, I met him once when he was a kid. He'd skipped school and we got the call to get him. We picked him up, took him back to the station for his folks. On the way, my partner and we made the usual rounds of the neighborhood, checking in with shop owners. Wayne, he saw me get a gift. A coat. He asked me about it, and I told him the people of Gotham just love us because we keep them safe. And the kid, he gave me this, look. It was only my 3rd week in Gotham. I just moved here from Chicago, where things had been very ugly. So ugly, I guess, that I was still trying to be hopeful about this place. To see it the way it was being presented to me. By the department, by recruitment, the way I wanted it to be for Barbara and James. I'd almost fooled myself, too. During those first couple weeks, I had almost gotten there. Until that moment in the car, when I saw the hope in Wayne's face. It killed it for me. It just killed the whole illusion. I had to know. So that evening, before my shift started, I went to one of the stores, the tailor shop, just to see. I'd learned later that the dogfight was just the tip of the iceberg. I knew it then, of course, but at that moment all I could see were the animals. They kept the dogs in electric cages. The floor sent low-voltage shocks through their paws day in and day out, driving the animals crazy until they were set loose on each other. Corrigan was there, Para, Lynch. The place was full of cops and criminals, laughing and joking as they watched some beaten-down animals kill each other.
Well, look at this, it's Jimbo. Welcome, partner. Go ahead and place your bet.
Stop this now, Corrigan, or I go to Loeb.
Go! Just stick around. He'll be here in an hour to collect his cut. Good old commish practically robs us poor boys blind.
Then how about I go to the damn press? How about I give them an exclusive about every crooked thing going on under Loeb's watch?
How about you do? And how about we make this bet a little more interesting?
I kept screaming to them, yelling that I had a daughter, a little girl named Barbara to look out for, and a little boy named James. But they didn't listen. The math man had given me 3-1 to survive. And everyone there, they just kept cheering and cheering. Come on, they yelled. You can do it. You got this. I remember it took me a moment through the pain and my own screams to realize they were cheering on the dogs. At the end, Corrigan went around collecting the money from everyone, chastising people for betting against his boy, for thinking a protege of Dan Corrigan's wouldn't come out on top. I got up off the ground, and I put my gun to his head, and I swear, I was this close. And you know what he said to me? He said, I bet on you to live tonight, Jimbo. You think about that. Then he reminded me about my little girl, Barbara, and my little boy, and he wondered if they enjoyed playing with dogs as much as I did. I left then, and when he asked me where I was going, I told him I was going to walk my damn beat. To walk my damn beat. I did walk it, to prove a point to them all. I dragged myself up Park Road just in time to hear 2 gunshots. To come around the corner and see that same little boy who'd been so hopeful just that afternoon, crying over his parents' bodies. And I couldn't face him. I couldn't face him, Batman. The next day, an anonymous present came for my little girl while I was at the hospital. A pit bull puppy. Of course, it was meant as a reminder. So I wear this coat as a reminder to them. To let them know I haven't forgotten what happened either. That's what I tell myself, at least. But sometimes I wonder if I don't wear it out of shame. But now, for the first time since that night, I feel that maybe there's a chance. Because that little boy, Bruce Wayne, he came back to fight for this city. And now you're here too. You're changing things. And together, stop, Lieutenant. No, I see you, Batman. I see what you're about as clear as no. Stop the boat. What? But my glasses. Oh, crap.
Sir, right here, Alfred. I'm just putting the finishing touches on the jammer. Were you able to identify the chemical residue Helfern's hand left on my clothes? It's a mixture of phosphates and calcium, mostly. Multiple sources of DNA, all of it corrupted and unidentifiable. So ultimately, the residue places Helfern's lab in too many places to count. That residue is as common as mud. Damn.
Speaking of which, I've brought you breakfast, sir. I'm afraid that while St. William Culinary School in London offered an extensive curriculum, there was no class in blender. These shakes have all I need, Alfred. Calorically, nutritionally. When I get back in the morning, you can fix me anything you want for breakfast. Lately, when you come back in the morning, I end up serving you breakfast through an IV. All those kisses and hugs from Gotham. I'm just going to have to get better at my job, I guess. Or you might consider... Consider what, Alfred? You might consider letting some of us help you. Some of us? Look at how many cases he's brought to bear by himself, without help from the department. Or rather, in spite of. I'll take it under advisement, Alfred. For right now, I have you. That's enough help. That's just it, though, sir. You don't let me help. You don't trust me to. There isn't a thing I do for you that your genius mind couldn't figure out some way of doing remotely. What are you talking about? You're here with me, in the damn Batcave. If I didn't trust you, why the hell would I keep you around? You know, Bruce, during those years you were gone, there was a moment when you were spotted. Word came in that you were living with a nomadic people in the Nigerian desert, a people known for the grueling training through which they put their warriors. Your Uncle Philip said he was going to bring you home. I used my old military contacts to send word ahead of him from Gusau. I thought if I got to you before Philip, you might be able to run. I gave everything I had, all my savings to pay for a courier. He said he'd bring a phone to the tribe and hand it to you. I remember waiting upstairs for you to come on the line. I could barely breathe. I was so anxious to speak with you. I called your name, but then... silence. I told myself the courier had simply lied to get the payment, but truthfully, I knew. I knew you were likely there, on the other end, and didn't take the call. I understood, though. After all, when you were here, it was my job to report your behavior to your parents, to call the truant office when you snuck off into the city. Why would you think I'd try to help you run this time? But watching you these past weeks, I see that wasn't the case. You weren't suspicious of me because I turned you in other times in the past. And you're not suspicious of Gordon because you think he's crooked. You're angry with us. All of us. You were a little boy, all alone in that alley, and no one was there for you. Not me, not Gordon, not your fellow Gothamites, and not Batman. No, I'm very proud of what you've become, sir, but I fear that deep down, you're doing this all, being Batman, as some way of punishing us. Punishing you. How would I be punishing you? By making us bear witness. You asked me why you keep me here, and I believe it's not to watch over you, sir, but to watch you do what I couldn't. You're making us all watch, the whole city. You shut us out and punish us night after night, as you go out there and protect those we can't. But if you do that, sir, if you let the past drive Batman, his scars, he becomes something dark, a demon of vengeance, not a creature of justice or hope, and he will not last, nor will you. Listen when I say, we are here for you now, Master Bruce. We see you out there, and we want to help. I have to go, Alfred, because I know where Hellfern is. But I don't understand, sir. The catacombs are a historic tourist attraction. I have trouble believing it's not an attraction in a blackout. You saw it yourself. The DNA and the residue from Hellfern's handprints. It was from multiple sources, but too corrupted for identification. But that sort of corruption comes from exposure to the atmosphere over time, and the dust it's in. Phosphate and calcium. Old bones. Still, that sort of mixture is quite common. The catacombs were built to protect the city from the marshy, disease-ridden cemeteries of 18th century parishes.
but they became so popular so fast that soon families were only allowed to donate a single bone from their loved ones for preservation. My point is, the whole place is a tribute to the idea that the essence of a person can be carried on through his or her bones, which would make this a pretty dramatic location for Helfern's lab. And Helfern does seem to have a flair for the dramatic,
says the young man in the bat suit.
And here we go. I'm in.
Do you see anything notable?
I'm not sure yet.
What? What is it, sir?
Oh no. No!
Sir, what's going on?
I was wrong about him. Helfern, he's not out for revenge. The killings, they're just a smokescreen.
A smokescreen for
something much worse. He's been stealing material from the scientists he killed. Material to make some kind of doomsday machine. He's going to take control of the whole city, Alfred. In just hours. He's going to bring it to its knees.
Helfern? But he seemed...
No, not Helfern. The man he's working for. The real monster here. The one I underestimated.
Please, go on.
Nigma.
That's right, Batman. You've been making quite the impression on the city. But I'm afraid I'm about to make an even bigger one.
Nigma, listen to me. Don't do this. Thousands of people could die.
That's my whole point, Batman. Can't you see? Entropy has sped up. The world is dying. The seas are rising. Resources are dwindling. The powerful are getting more so. We all feel it. We all know it. The only weapon any of us has against the tide is intelligence. Smarts. So why not speed things up even more? Those forces of destruction. And make people get smart. Get smart or die! And unfortunately for you, Detective, you weren't smart enough to cut it this time. That is how you think of yourself, isn't it? As a detective? And detective novels, well, they're like riddles after all. Battles of wits. Empirical riddles, sure. Not as pure, but still, they qualify. The detective, he adds up all the clues and repairs the standard design of things. But in this case, the detective, well... So it's time to bury said detective down here with the fallen martyrs. Because in a matter of minutes, Gotham City will belong to me. Every fiber of it. Its bones. Its blood. The very air it breathes. And I have a much more deadly riddle for the city than the one you just failed to solve. So let's close the chapter on this little detective novel, shall we, Batman? Because this is where your part of the story ends.
I just wanted to see it because Dad said he liked it as a kid, and I figured you'd already be at your benefit and that Alfred wouldn't notice, but he notices everything.
What did you think?
What?
What did you think of it? The movie?
Oh, I don't know. It was sort of, dumb.
Dumb? You just said dumb.
Or maybe more corny than dumb? I mean, a sword against cannons, Dad? In today's world, he'd get shot up in like 2 minutes.
You are officially disinherited. I'm having Alfred draw the papers up.
Sorry.
Too late. You're away no more.
No, I mean about sneaking off, scaring you.
Listen, Bruce. I know you've had trouble since you fell into the cave.
Dad, we hear you at night, Bruce.
You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Going it alone to Park Row. taking more of these trips into the city. You were alone down there in the dark, no one to help you. But we're always here for you, Bruce. Just let us in and we'll all help each other, okay? We'll start tomorrow. Together.
Okay.
Still dumb.
I meant corny.
I mean, a guy using what he has to fight for people who can't always fight for themselves. But see, now you've got me second-guessing it. I suppose the only solution is to see it again. Together. Right now.
But you have your benefit. You've offended your father's honor, Bruce. There's no way out of this one.
Come on. Let's bust you out of here, Bandito.
Keep moving! Straight to the buses! Shield your eyes and heads!
But when do we come back?
Soon as it's safe, miss. But right now, we need you to get clear of here. The whole neighborhood is vulnerable to flooding in a regular storm, and this superstorm Renee is something else. Hold on. Barbara! Barb, is that...
You need to get to Wayne Tower. Now.
Who is this?
You know who it is.
Wayne Tower? We've got 3 more neighborhoods to clear before...
Enigma's there. The hubs he used in the power surge. They form a curved line and a straight base.
A question mark.
The tower is roughly where the dot would be. His plan, Lieutenant. It's much bigger than anything I anticipated. Every researcher Enigma had Helford kill, he stole material from.
But I looked into the research. There was nothing being done in those labs that could be used to...
Not alone, but together, linked. They could cripple the city and give control of it to him. To Enigma.
When?
It's set to go off when the police turn the power on. They flip the switch, and it'll transfer total and complete control to Enigma.
They're going to turn the power on in minutes, Batman.
Which is why you need to get to Wayne Tower. You need to already be there. He'll be waiting there to receive the transmission.
What about you?
I'm going to answer his riddle.
Damn it, what's taking so long? Call Corrigan and the crew. See how long before the power goes back on.
Commissioner Love, we need to get out of here. The winds are getting too strong. If we don't land now, I can't guarantee we'll make it out of here.
No one's going anywhere until we turn the power back on. I might be a bastard, but I won't be the police commissioner who lets the city go to hell in a handbasket in the dark. We stay until the power goes on, and we can all toast a big up yours to Enigma and his good pal Batman.
Everyone, look. What the hell is that?
What is it? Look at it. What do you think it is? It's the only thing it could be. It's him. It's the great damn Batman.
A bat blimp, sir. Really? Work with what you have. And here I thought you'd given all your dirigibles to the police. I never said all. It's a prototype my uncle had Lucius working on before he fired him. Uses oxygen as ballast like a submarine does water. It's fast, steady, and expensive. And yes, it was already black. Sir, steady as the airship is Enigma's plan. The pieces he took. From Dr. Kelver, something called a snake. It's a remote hacking hub. It can break into anything within 100 feet of it. From insulin pumps to bridge and tunnel security. Within 100 feet, though, how much damage? He also stole a hyper repeater from Lucius. It's designed to boost weak signals to perform as full carriers in case of a blackout or terrorist attack. Sir, and he stole a weather balloon from Kiever. He gets the snake high enough, amplifies the bite. He can take control of the whole city. And with the research he stole from Paji and Isley. Sir, I hear you, but flying up into that maw, it's hopeless. Then send your prayers to Jim Gordon. He'll need them.
Corrigan! Dan! Are you there?
Gordon, please tell me this isn't you.
It's me, Dan. I know there's a river of bad blood between us, but you need to listen to me. The power. Nigma, he's counting on you flipping that switch. You have to keep it off.
Actually, the only thing I have to do is pay alimony and die, Jimbo. Listening to your rants, not on that list, so the power's going on. And after it does, guess what? You're headed back to Chicago. That's right, buddy. Loeb is shipping you off. Finally. Thankfully.
Dan, please, damn it.
We need to get higher. Mapping has the weather balloon just above us. You go higher, that airship will be torn apart. Sir, listen to me, damn it! No, I only need to... Sir, are you all right? You've lost the starboard stabilizer. The airship will not advance without it. You're dead in the air, sir. Not yet. There, just ahead of us, the balloon. What do you plan to do, sir? You have no weapons capable of the jammer. If I can get it to the balloon, it'll block Nigma's signal when he initiates the attack. Measure distance. The gun reaches 50 feet, sir. The balloon is nearly 70 feet away. That's an impossible leap. The wind is mostly at my back. Wind? It's a storm. I said mostly, damn it. Sir, please. I can do this. Sir. Sir! Cave! Cave, I'm on the platform. Hello, Batman. So glad you could make it.
Freeze, Nigma! Freeze right there!
Ah, Lieutenant Gordon. Come in, please. I wasn't expecting you.
Well, here's what you should expect. You're going to hand over that suitcase very carefully, actively ending your plan. Then you can expect to be arrested and punched. That string, though, what is it? On your finger.
String? Oh, right. This one, ironically, I almost forgot. I tied it there to remind me of something, though. Regardless, Lieutenant, amazing thing how much power a single string can offer. A web, when spun through wheels within wheels. It's true. Archimedes, you know. He was said to have lifted all worship of men with his own strength, with just some strong pulleys.
No.
I don't believe it either. I mean, a warship? Come on. In fact, the rock above your head, it couldn't weigh more than, 5 tons? And already I feel the string loosening. Oh, wait. Now I remember what I tied that string there for. As a reminder to tie up loose ends.
Hellfern, listen to me. You don't want to do this. The plan Nigma has for the city. Thousands could die. Maybe more so. Ugh!
What about the millions who'll be saved by my work, Batman? What about them?
He's using you, damn it! Can't you see that? Nigma, he's playing you!
No, Batman. He's the one who helped me see, who helped me solve the riddle. My research was always about strengthening the body, making it tougher. And so, for years, I mined diseases of bone and skin. Morphin, Ehlers Danlos. I mined sickness. I mined pathology, and my subjects died. I was Dr. Death. When I was fired from Wayne Enterprises, though, Nigma helped me continue my research. He secretly paid
from my black box. He told me, "Your work, Doctor. It's about life, about healing oneself." And then I saw the proteins which stimulate collagen to help heal tissue, to help it scar, and the word scar itself, from Escara, meaning fire, meaning life. It all made sense. Nigma is the one you see. He made me believe. And then he shut the power off and made me take the leap. Made me trust myself enough to be the vessel. And look at me now. I am alive in every way. My body defends itself. My body blooms with each attack. My serum works. You call that working? Well, it's a start, Batman. And while I probably won't live to see it finished, neither will you. Ugh. Stop the jammer! Not so fast, Batman. No! No. Oh, too bad, my friend. Too bad. But a little pain, a little death, in order to give millions the means to armor themselves. Well, it's a small price. You want a little pain? Let me help you with that! Don't you see, Batman? Shh. See, this is the part where I hurt you! You can't stop what's been set in motion. But go on then. Finish me. Come on. Do I? Ah! You are a warrior, aren't you? I'm from a family of warriors. You wouldn't know it, but it's true. My grandfather, my father, myself. Have you ever heard of a song? A song called Tokyo Moon. Come on! Come on, damn you! It's an old standard, as you call them here in the States. It's sung from a sweetheart to her soldier. She's assuring him that the moon will watch over him with her love, with the love of all those who care for him. My grandfather heard it in occupied Japan in 1946. He was taken with it. All of us, we write the phrase on our helmets when we go to war. We put it there to remember that someone's watching out for us. To remind us we need only look at the sky, the bright circle there, to know it. My son, he put it there too. Tokyo Moon. As though that were enough. Be enough. Please. Of course, you try to protect them from afar. You try to keep them safe. When Mr. Kane, when he offered to help my son do a safer assignment, something he had set up, of course, I took the chance, following a clue into the empty desert, looking for a tribe of nomads. It sounded harmless, or at least less dangerous than war. But see, the nomads had booby-trapped their tunnels, and my son, he died, despite my love, despite its protection, on a simple assignment in the empty desert. looking for Mr. Kane's errant nephew, Bruce Wayne. What? Ah! See, that's the funny thing about the song. The words, they're reassuring, but the melody, Batman, it's quite sad. And now, I understand the truth of it. The song is acknowledgement of the opposite. Love protects no one. It's not enough. That's what my serum is about, you see. You protect others by protecting yourself. You get hurt. You scar. You toughen. You wrap your wings around you and tighten. Please, Carl, the city. No! The people of Gotham need to understand. When they look up in the sky, they need to see an empty white circle. They need to know that light, it's a hollow promise. And I watching no one ever. What do you say? I say boom. Hellfern, you have to get the shrapnel out of you, otherwise your bones, they'll kill. No! No! I'm ready. You tell my son's story. You tell people. Don't fool yourselves. We are alone. All of us. You tell them to follow that Bruce Wayne. He understands. He did the right thing. Running away. Forgetting those coming to help him. I'd have killed him for it. But it was the right thing. No!
Counting down. 3, 2, 1, and let there be some damn light. What's going on? Why isn't it working? I don't know. It should be. It's damn... oh no.
Move, people. Move. This whole area is at risk.
Well then. Oops. Wrong answer, Gotham. Dunk tank for you all. Initiate in 5 minutes.
Lieutenant, did you get him? Did you get Nigma?
No, the bastard got away, I'm sorry. Were you able to dismantle his device?
I'm checking now. Damn it! Negative, it's still intact. Repeat, it's still intact. I'll keep at it. But you have to stop the power from being switched. No! No, not yet!
What is it, Batman? What does he have? Dear God! Were those the retaining walls?
Holy...
Corrigan! Corrigan, do you copy? We need that power on, now! Without power, there'll be no pumping system in the subways. No damn relief services. The whole city will be flooded. You need to get the power on.
I copy, Commissioner Loeb, but nothing's responding. Nigma seems to have taken control.
Control of what?
Everything, sir.
What happened? Why'd the cables detach?
I don't know. He must be doing it somehow. It's happening to all the blimps. Look!
No. Batman! Batman, are you there?
I should have listened to you, Gordon. There'd be no death. There'd be none of this. It's my fault, Gordon. I saw it wrong. You hear me?
I hear you. But we're all at fault. We just realized too late